Welcome to Kootenai Casting. I'm Galen Schnarr, and today, Elias Lucier and I are going to be showing you how to fillet a rainbow trout, as well as 2 great recipes for cooking rainbow trout. So let's get right into it. So I've already gutted this fish, as you can see, and got some amazing roe out of it. Really happy about that. So to start off the fillet, just like to cut the head off behind that fin, go on an angle towards the head. You'll go to the spine, and then you're going to flip the flesh over. Do the same thing on the other side. So once your fish is headless, you're just going to start your knife right along the spine. You can just kind of see it there. You just want to go on the side closest to you. It's really helpful to have a sharp knife. You're just going to cut through the ribs. It's really helpful to have a fillet board for this. I don't have that, so that'd be really useful. Alright, so the next step is to remove the ribs. And the easiest way to do this is in sections, so you're not going to remove them all at once. That's a lot harder. And you have to keep in mind that the front rib, or the front couple ribs, are kind of inverted, so you can't do those with all these ones here. I'm just going to I'll start with those front ones probably. And you don't have to worry if you lose a little bit of meat on those front ribs. That's really normal because they're inverted and they're just hard to get out. What you have to do here, take a section, kind of decide which ones you're going to cut off. And you have to make sure that your knife is running along your fingers. Otherwise you're going to lose meat. So you have to kind of angle your knife upward a little bit, or just apply a little bit of upward pressure. You can see it's just paper thin amount of meat coming off with these ribs. That's what you want. Alright, so that's the last of the ribs off. And this is your fillet. Still have the pin bones in, but you can hardly notice those after it's cooked.
Galen did the filleting portion of the video. I'm going to do the cooking portion. So, I have 2 fillets that Galen filleted, obviously. One of them we're going to bake in the oven, and then the other we're going to pan fry. So for the oven, we're probably going to use, I don't know, just different seasonings like pepper and salt, and then maybe add in some chunks of butter. But for the pan fry, we're going to put on some pepper and salt. We're going to add in some lemon juice, a garlic clove, well obviously not this whole thing, and then some cilantro, butter, and maybe some olive oil. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first fillet we're going to oven bake it. So I have this platter here, and I'm just going to move it off to the side for now. Alright. So, I'm going to take these 2 fillets, and I just have this paper towel here, and I'm going to pat them down. Like so, because right now they're super slimy and it's kind of gross. So, alright. So this fillet we're going to oven bake. So, my ingredients that I'm going to use is some butter, some garlic, some salt, and some pepper. I got those two mixed up. So, I'm going to infuse the butter and the garlic in the fish by cutting some slits in the fillet. So I'm going to cut about, I don't know, 4 slits. Like so. And they can be big slits. Okay, so I've put a couple slits in here, and now I'm going to fill them with garlic. So you don't need too much because the flavor is pretty strong. Galen was cutting the garlic and he put a little too much. He cut a little too much, so we'll have a lot extra. Alright, like so. This is unsalted butter. Normally I prefer salted butter, but we're gonna have to do with this for tonight. Actually, we might have salted butter.
Nope.
Nope, we don't have salted butter, okay. Alright, so if you want, you can stick a couple pieces of butter in there. And it's fine if it spills. Alright, so I have no idea how this pepper thing works. I'm gonna put some pepper. Nothing's coming out. There you go. This is so exciting. This is really saggy.
Okay, let me have a try. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, just give me 1 second here.
Can I do it?
Maybe it's too tight.
Okay, so I'm just sprinkling some salt on right now. I'm not like I'm putting on barely anything. Alright, so far we've put on some pepper, some salt, and we've cut slits in the fish and stuffed garlic and butter. So this fillet is going to be in the oven. So I'm going to put it in this little dish thing here. And I'm going to try coat it a bit with some olive oil. But it's going to be hard. Just a little dab. Alright. So that's one fillet. Now, I'm going to put this in the oven. And then we're going to bake this at 375 for like 10 minutes or so. You can check it then, and we'll see how it tastes. Okay, so next we're going to make our fish, well, we're going to prepare our fish that we're going to pan fry. So we have the second fillet here. Let me just clear some clutter. So this one, we're going to use some garlic, some butter, some salt, pepper, and lemon juice. This really helps and makes it taste so much better. Alright, 1 second here. So with this fish, we are also going to put slits in it. But we're going to put the slits in the back, so in the skin. So again, I'm going to make about 3 or 4 slits this time. Alright, and then one here. Oh, that skin is tough. Alright. Now, we're going to stuff garlic, we're going to stuff butter, all in it. Alright, so stuffing it with garlic. Holy cow, we have a lot of garlic. It's messy. And then, I'm just going to take a little piece of butter. And this should, I'm honestly not going to put much butter because again, this is going to be pan fried, which means it's going to be pan fried in butter. Alright, So let me just wipe off my hands here. So for seasonings, we're gonna go super simple. We're gonna use some salt, some pepper. Just like the last one. And I'm gonna go a little bit heavy on the salt and a little bit heavy on the pepper. Because I find when you pan fry, for some reason there's less flavor for the amount of seasoning you add. It's working. Or not. There we go.
We've got some serious problems with this pepper shaker.
Oh, alright.
Almost there.
Okay, so next. Okay, so the pan's slightly hot, but the oven's not even on, which is really weird. So I'm gonna pan fry this fish at medium heat, and then towards the end of the fry, I'm gonna turn the heat down. All right. Okay. So the pan's slightly warm. I want to chuck a chunk of I'm gonna chuck a chunk of butter in there. Stir it around. Make sure it's everywhere. I'm gonna chuck some, I don't even know what this is called. It's parsley or something like cilantro, that's it. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. It's just something to add flavor.
You were right the first time.
Parsley, cilantro, parsley. Okay. I'm gonna add in some garlic. Now, I think I'm gonna have to cut this fish in half. Oh, no, we'll be good. Alright. Set it around. Now we add the fish in, skin side down. Now, a lot of times the fish will like go up in a U shape. So what you can do is you can just take your spatula and press it down. It smells really good. Alright, so see if I can zoom out here. I have no idea if I'm in focus, but I'm gonna cook this fish until it's almost not translucent anymore. So I'm gonna cook it till it's not translucent, skin side down, and then I'm gonna flip it over and I'll cook it for about 3 more minutes. Alright, so I don't know if you can see this, but the top of the fish is starting to get not translucent anymore. So this is where I want to flip it. Now I might mess this up, but there we go. So before I do anything, I'm going to add some more butter. Quite a bit. Okay. Alright, so this fish we think is done. So let me just grab a plate here. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the heat.
Other way.
Take a look at that. Beautiful rainbow trout fillet. I'm gonna check it then. Alright, so it's been going for like 11 minutes or so I'm gonna check it. Right off the bat, it might need a little bit more time. I'm just gonna put it and rest it on there. Let's take a look. So, where'd my spatula go? Doesn't really matter, I'll use the knife instead. Okay, so I'm just gonna poke through. We'll see here. So, it could be ready, but we're gonna give it like an extra 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, it will be good. So let's put it back in.
Alright, so we got the fish here. We're gonna try our fried first. Let's give it a try.
Alright. Ooh. Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good. That's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really hard to beat. Yeah, that's amazing actually.
It would be better though if it was just a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Because this one sat out for like 7 minutes or something.
Alright.
Oh wow.
Ooh, the strong pepper is really good.
That's really good.
I really like that. Alright, let's try the baked.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It has like a
lot of fat.
a lot of fat coming off it.
Give it a try.
Watch out for the bones. Okay.
That's actually really good too.
I have my choice made.
You have your choice?
Okay, I got an idea. So we do 3, 2, 1, and on 1 we say our choice.
Alright. I don't know what choice yet at this
All right.
point. I'm still thinking. He's made up his mind. Alright, so we've both made up our minds. So
3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Pan
baked.
fried. Seriously. All right, look. I like the pan fried more honestly because it's like it has a lot more flavor, and even if it's a bit colder, it's so much better.
So it was actually a really tough decision for me. I almost went with the pan fried, but I just ended up going with the baked because it just has a lot more juicy than the pan fried.
It's very true.
Pan fried was a little bit dried out, but I don't know, they were both really good. That's actually some of the best fish I've ever had, to be honest. So, yeah, both really good.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
See you next time.